Hello, YouTube! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is Zest versus Bbyong from their semifinal series in the 2015 IEM World Championships, held in Katowice in 2015, which I think I already said. But this is Terran versus Protoss. This is Game 4. Now, our player Zest, who is the Protoss red over here on the left, has a fairly commanding 2-1 series lead. He was cruising to a 3-0 sweep of our Terran player Bbyong in the last game, but an excellent drop in the natural of Zest by Bbyong with some Marines and some medevacs did enough damage to the natural to permanently cripple the Protoss economy. A counterattack by Zest was not successful, and in the end, Bbyong did take the victory, bringing it to 1-2. So he is still on the back foot. He still does not have the advantage that he would like to see, I think, but he has to feel pretty good about that win. And he's going to try to force a Game 5 here. If he wins this, he will go to Game 5. If he loses, he will go home. And Zest will move on to the championship bracket and championship round. So, again, we're going to speed it up here in the early game. This is a fairly small map, but we might see some early aggression from either player. Maybe some Reapers, maybe some Hellions we could see from the Terran player. That is something that does happen from time to time against Protoss. But Zest is working on a probe, throwing a pylon out there. We have an early command center going down for Bbyong, even before his barracks. So that is interesting. I don't know if that speaks to his confidence in being able to hold off some early attacks here from the Protoss player, or if he just thinks that Zest is going to play it more careful. But it's a bit of a mind game here. Maybe he recognizes that this ramp is fairly narrow and easy to hold as a Terran player. You don't have to worry about blink stalkers blinking here necessarily. They do have to walk all the way up this ramp and all the way to this side in order to harass you. So maybe that 2-base blink stalker play is not something that is really concerning him too much. But in the end, we do have a natural going down for Zest. That is to be expected. Mothership Core just doing its dance here, back and forth at the main, checking stuff out. Probe trying to scout is denied by the supply depot and then killed by the Marines. So excellent play there by Bbyong, not letting the Protoss Zealot or Probe scout in at all. Mothership Core moving out. A little bit brave with 3 Marines on the field. I think that is enough to take down the Mothership Core. 5 Marines on the field now. Mothership Core moving on in. Looks like there was a pause right before that guy moved in, but in the end, yes, we are back into the game. The Mothership Core is taking some damage from these Marines. It is a dance back and forth. We have a Stalker at the front also doing a little bit of damage to these Marines as well, but taking some shield damage herself or himself. I always think of Stalkers as girls. I don't know why. I guess when they talk, they do sound more masculine. They're very much like, "From the shadows I come." So maybe I should call Stalkers dudes instead. I don't know that it really matters, though. Bunker going up there at the top of the ramp at the natural for Bbyong. Once that's up, he'll feel much more safe against the Stalker attack. Mothership Core just going on home. Not able to get any kills, just forcing some micro from his Terran opponent. 2 gas going down at the natural for our Protoss player. And a Robo facility going down as well. Will we see Colossus? Will we see Immortals? We will have to wait and see. Bunker, 340 out of 400 done. And it is going to finish without any harassment from that Stalker. These 4 Marines are ready to go inside as soon as it is complete. And bop, there they go. Meanwhile, from the Terran player, we just have barracks going down. We have STEM being researched. We have more tech labs coming down on these barracks. Command center throwing down mules as soon as it gets 50 energy every single time. I'm going to assume there's 50 energy. And there comes the mule. Yes, the mule comes down at the natural. Tried to trick me there. I thought it'd come down in the main, but instead it went down right at the mule, which is probably smart because there are fewer workers here at the natural to compete with these other SCVs. So SCV coming up, doing some scouting. Both players just really macroing up. Probe moving up, maybe some hidden tech up there. I don't know what to expect. We have, instead of a Colossus or an Immortal, we have a Observer coming down for the Protoss players. So SCV coming in, getting a perfect scout off, recognizing the Forge here at the natural. Oh, okay. He doesn't actually get in and see the Robo facility, though. If we do a quick check, no, the Robo facility is hidden from our Terran player, so he doesn't know quite what to expect, which is, I think, why he sent in that SCV, hoping to get a lucky scout off, but wasn't able to do so. Does see the 2 Forges, though, which means a bit of a more late game play from Zest. He wants to get the upgrades that will matter in the mid to late game. We are pushing up the front with some Marines and Marauders for our Terran player. We'll follow these fellows as they move on up. Blink has completed, though, for Zest. Blink Stalkers are much better against this composition in a straight-up fight, so that is excellent for our Protoss player. A small group of Stalkers moving on up. And yes, they do blink away before any of them die. 2 Marines get picked off. Just excellent micro from our Protoss player. We'll have to see if this Marine and Marauder ball can do enough damage. The Photon Overcharge does come down, though, pushing them out. They don't want to fight the Stalkers and that Photon Overcharge. They're going to check for the presence of a third. No, instead turn around, try to take down these Stalkers, but they're so pesky, they just blink away as soon as they're in any danger of dying at all. Photon Overcharge is still up, though. A quick stim moving in, trying to pick off these Stalkers, but no. The Stalkers are able to blink away and run away before too many of them die. Two do die, though. Colossus pops out right at the right second. Is he going to get focused down by these Marauders? No, it is able to survive. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why we kicked over to that Marine. That was interesting. Anyway, this Colossus does have 4 kills. It is still alive. That small Marine Marauder stim attack is warded off. Didn't do too much damage. Did kill a few Stalkers, but nothing to be worried about for Zest. So another small group. Thought about heading out, but I think changed its mind. Going to come back to the safety of this ramp. Third command center going down for Bbyong. Probably is going to land it right here, which is a fairly safe position for the Terran player to be. Probe heading out. We just have so many pylons. It's like Zest just loves throwing down pylons wherever he can. There's another one. SCV running around, no Marine running around trying to find hidden tech. Is not finding anything, though, because the pylons are actually here, my friend. Unfortunately for you, your job is very difficult. There's nothing over here to find. I don't think your path will take you anywhere that is useful, so... Bummer. Maybe he might accidentally pass by. No, I don't think he's even going to accidentally see this one. Alright, I don't know what the purpose of these pylons is, but I assume it's going to be for hidden tech at some point, or cannons, or maybe... Oh, okay. I bet it's just to spot drops, now that I think about it. These are good spotters for medevacs coming up along that left side. That's what this observer is for as well. He doesn't want to be caught out of position by a drop, so I think this works as a cheaper observer. He needs the supply anyway. So good decision there by Zest. I like it. Probably see it from more Protoss players, the more games that I watch at this level. But either way, Colossus are moving out. They have +1 upgrades and shields, making them that much better against this type of composition. Bbyong now has his third base up and going. It is fairly saturated. He's been making SCVs like a madman. It is 64 to 54 harvesters for him. His income is at 2,300, 2,100 to the 1,500 for the Protoss. The longer this goes on, this 3-base Terran gets more and more scary for Zest. So he's going to want to maybe make a hit here fairly soon. Try to slow down that economy, try to do the damage he needs to do, because again, a 3-base Terran can consistently push off Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, Widowmines while the upgrades are going and just kind of snowball out of control if you're not careful. So, missile turret here at the front is going to take a couple shots off at that hallucinated Phoenix. Is it going to be taken down by anybody else? A scout off, just recognizing there are barracks here. There are starports that are creating those Vikings that are so important to killing these Colossus. They swoop right in. They do a lot of damage to the Colossus that are massive, and so they can be hit from the air. So Colossus just kind of scouting around here on the third side, defending anybody that wants to run in. Small group of Marines heading right for this pylon. Oh my goodness, they found one. Excellent scouting Marine group. Going to take this guy down if they can, unless the response comes in time to save it. And no, I think it will be killed, but I think revenge will be had. Oh, the pylon survives with 6 health. The Colossus move in, roast every one of those Marines, and the pylon says, that was so close. Thanks for coming in, you guys. And they say, no problem, we'll catch you later, as the enemy bodies of the Marines disintegrate into nothingness. Big group of Marines and Marauders here with +1/+1 upgrades. Is it actually, yes, +1/+1. Very strong against what we see here from the Protoss player, as well as, we look how many units. We have 8 Vikings on the field, which is a lot of units to deal with this many Colossus. I don't know if it's enough, though. Stalker Ball would have to be pretty big to take down every single one of the Vikings that are going to be trying to kill these Colossus. Man, this Colossus Ball is huge. Boy, I don't know. I feel like this is something that Bbyong is preparing specifically for. He is ready for these Colossus. He is creating those Vikings as much as he can out of those starports, 2 at a time, using those reactors. He's going to be ready for it. In the past, I think, it's usually a better choice against Terran using this composition to go for High Templar. Storms are harder to dodge. Templars are a smaller target than Colossus are. They just do better in this type of situation, in my opinion, but I am not a professional StarCraft 2 player, so what do I know? These group of Blink Stalkers going to try to take down a medevac, but no, they're forced to blink back before they're able to destroy it. Scouting factory, checking things out, seeing what he can see. He's not needed anymore. This is purely a barracks push, pushing right up the front of that ramp. That would be destruction. There are too many Colossus. Colossus with +2 upgrades coming up anyway. Time Warp slowing things down. Vikings trying to kill the Colossus, taking down 1 Colossus. but I think it might be too slow. They are just doing so much damage. Zealots up front absorbing a lot of damage as well, forcing to move back the Vikings, trying to take down yet another one, but 4 Colossus remain. There are just too many, I think, for this ball of Marauders and Medivacs to really destroy. Taking down a Sentry, taking down Stalkers, but the Colossus in the back have 20 kills, 17 kills, 12 kills, and finally 18 kills. So just really strong defense there from our Protoss player. Again, I don't think there were enough Vikings to make that much of a difference. More are being built, though. Proxy pylon being scouted out there. Going to be left alone, though. A counterattack coming down from the Protoss player. Factory scouting in, see what he wants to see. Dark Templar locking down this third base. How many kills does he have? 4 kills already. There's no mining going on here at all. That's going to slow down the Terran player a lot. Refinery going to go down at the same time. This third base is basically fully saturated for our Protoss player, and a push comes in with some Dark Templar morphing into an Archon. We have Colossus being made, a small group of Stalkers and Zealots, and we're just going to come right up this front door and see what we can do. Zest is feeling frisky. Moving right up, going to take down that missile turret so that the Dark Templar in the back can affect things as it needs to. And everybody blinks back, runs away, not interested in going up into that meat grinder just quite yet. Going to sit outside, maybe warp in some reinforcements here on the high ground. Yes, here they come. More Zealots coming down. Zealots are great for absorbing that initial impact from Marauders and Marines. So weapons level 2, though, going down for our Terran player. Weapons level 2. Yep, there it is at the armory. What? Does he have tanks? I don't know what that's for. If you look at units. Oh, okay, that's just for the Vikings. So the Viking attacks are that much more potent. Well played there. Another missile turret going up. Infantry weapons level 3 going down. It'd be real nice to have that for this attack. It is very good. I don't know that it will matter too much, though. Colossus in the back are just doing so much damage. But again, Zest just pokes out. Pokes in, pokes out. The 4 Vikings I don't think are enough to take down all of these Colossus before the damage is done. All of the Vikings go down. Bbyong calls the GG, and Zest takes the series 3-1. He will head to the final championship round of the 2015 IEM Championships held in Katowice. Congratulations to our Protoss player. It will be Zest versus Trap in the finals. I will cast those starting tomorrow. Like this video if you liked what you saw. Hit the subscribe button, and until next time, you take care of yourself.